Hey, Don Paone here from artbydonpaone.com. Thought I'd just kind of walk you through a little bit all the fun I had creating Mermaids and Manatees Mosaic. It is a 4 foot by 5 foot Jagundo pieces full of ocean life and kind of harkens back to one of the other pieces out of the series of five, which is oceanic corallosity, but we've seen that video quite a few times, so thought I'd make a new one for you to take a gander at and see what you think. So people were like, where do you get your inspiration? Like, do you sketch everything out first, or do you have pictures? Well, no, this is a fantasy scene, so I don't have any pictures. And as I've often said, I don't really create the painting creates itself. So I had all of my materials and gathered them for a couple of months. And as I started to put together the clay sculptures, I realized that it was going to be an awful lot like oceanic corallosity. And as I said, it's going to be an oceanic series of 5 paintings. Oceanic corallosity is 36 by 48. This, I said, is 48 by 60. So I started with the background, and that was fun. I had to stand it up on its side a little bit because it's so large. And then slowly but surely added some weeds and reeds and seahorses and shells and a lobster, which is something that is also shared with oceanic corallosity, along with the googly eyes that you can see in the lower right of the painting. So I started to sculpt these images, and they came together relatively quickly. They were so much fun. They wanted to be there. They wanted to have fun. And they wanted to kind of jump into the whole let's have lunch thing together. And they allowed me to sculpt them and then dress them and then put crazy colored hair on them, a whole host of things. But nonetheless, this was a really fun piece, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this compilation showing how it was made. It is, of course, for sale at artbydonpaone.com, and I will not be offended if you decide to buy it. Thanks for joining me, and have an awesome day. All rights reserved. By Art by Don Paone, a sole proprietor enterprise.